Hi, welcome to Auntie Nat's Crochet. Today I'm gonna make a mooncake because Mooncake Festival is just around the corner, and I'm using a 3mm hook with some cotton yarn. Okay, we're gonna start by making a magic circle or a magic ring. If you have 3-ply yarn or silk yarn, it will be better. Your mooncake will be smaller. So at the moment, this color I only have 5-ply yarn. So 5-ply yarn, your mooncake will be slightly bigger. So now we're going to do 8 single crochet into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have 8 single crochet in the ring. Now I'm going to do a slip stitch in the front loop. This is the front loop. Normally you have 2 loops. I only want the front, not the back. So the front loop, I'm gonna slip stitch. Then I'm gonna chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You chain 6, you go to the next front loop and do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to the next front loop and do a slip stitch. And continue until the end of the row. Okay, I've come to the end here. You should have 8 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because we started with 8 single crochet, so now you should have 8 petals. So now the next row, not exactly the next row, the next step is when you turn to the back. Just now we work on the front loop, so here you will have 8 back loops. So now we're going to work on this back loop. So now, oops, we go to the back loop. Go to the back loop, the one nearest to the hook. You do a single crochet. Oh. Okay, back loop. You do a single crochet. After doing a single crochet, you chain 2, 1, 2, and go to the next back loop and do a single crochet, and you chain 2 and you go to the next back loop. So all in, you should have 8 back loops. Then you're gonna have 8 sets of this chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. Okay, I have 8 petals at the back. So now I've come to the beginning part here. I'm going to slip stitch to the first chain, the first single crochet. Now for the next step, I'm going to chain 1. This chain 1 will act as my single crochet. And now I'm going to chain 2 for space. After chain 2, you see all these chain space here at the back. This chain space here, I'm going to work inside here. I'm going to make 3 puff stitch inside here. So I'm going to yarn over, go through this space, yarn over, go through the space, pull through, not all, pull through the puff and then we pull through all. So this is one puff, so we make 2 more. This is the second puff, and we do a third puff. After you do the puff, you chain 2 and go back here, down here, and do a single crochet. So there you have 1 puff. So now we're gonna do chain 2. You're going to find all the chain space here. This is a chain space, chain space. So we're gonna have 8 chain space, 8 petals. So we're gonna have 8 petals here in front. We're gonna have 8 petals at the back. So you're gonna chain 2. Again, we're gonna do puff in the chain space. 3 puff stitch in the chain space. And then you're gonna chain 2 and do a single crochet. Do a single crochet on this, on top of this chain here, the previous single crochet. So you're gonna continue this and you're gonna get 8 petals. Okay, I've come to the end of the row. I'm gonna slip stitch to the part here, to the starting point there where I started. Okay, now in this row I'm gonna chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do single crochet over here on the part that we did single crochet. So you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, cross all the way to this single crochet on top of the previous single crochet. We bypass all this puff and go straight to the single crochet. So you chain 3, cross over, and do a single crochet. And I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. Okay, I've reached the end of the row, so I'm gonna slip stitch to the first one. Okay, you're gonna look something like this. Don't worry, you're gonna be a bit curled up. Next row, row 6, we're gonna chain 1, and in this space, the chain 3 space just now, the chain 3 space, we're gonna work 5 double crochet inside. So here you do not have to put in the rope here, you just go through the space, work inside the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You make 5 double crochet inside the space here, and then you're gonna make 1 single crochet on top of that single crochet, the previous single crochet. So just now we have 8 petals, so now you're gonna have 8 again. So here again, do 5 double crochet, The free return pattern will be in my blog. I will share the link in the description box below. And I come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. Okay, I've come to the end here and I join it with a slip stitch. Okay, you have going to have 8 petals. So this is the top of the mooncake. So now I'm gonna work on the back. Oops. Okay, now we're gonna work on this back loop. See the front loop and the back loop. We're gonna work on the back loop. We're gonna do single crochet, just single crochet. So all in this round you're gonna have 48 single crochet. You just make sure you have 48 single crochet. Okay, I've done 48 stitches. So now I'm gonna join with the first one. Now I'm gonna make 4 more rows. This is row 7. So from row 8 to row 11 you do the same thing. You're gonna build the height of the mooncake. So this is the top and you're gonna build the height, and later we're gonna build the base and we're gonna add fillings inside and we're gonna cover it. So here same thing, single crochet all around and you're gonna get 48 stitches. I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 11. Okay, I've completed until row 11. So now you can actually cut the yarn. You do not have to leave a long tail, because the long tail I'm going to leave at the other side of sewing. You're going to make one more here to cover it up. So this one, I'm gonna work my way down, lock it inside. Just lock it inside, and then if you want you can tie a knot, not too tight. You don't want it to be pulling the other side. And now we're going to make one more here, cover it up. So this one, you're going to do a magic ring. Inside the magic ring we're going to make 8 single crochet. Okay, 8 single crochet. And you pull it tight. Okay, next we're gonna do increase. Increase in all stitches. Just now we started with 8, now we're gonna do increase in all. So you're gonna get 16 stitches all around. Now for row 3, we're gonna do single crochet followed by an increase, which you will get 24 stitches all around. You do 1 single crochet, and then increase. Increase means 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So you continue in the same manner until you come to the end of the row. Okay, now in the last row, you're gonna skip 1 stitch. You skip this stitch, you go to this stitch. Oh, sorry. You skip this stitch, you go to this stitch and do 5 double crochet. Five double crochet in the same stitch, and then you skip 1. You skip 1, you go to the next one, you do a single crochet. You skip 1, go to the next one and do 5 double crochet. So you're gonna look like this, and you're gonna get 8 petals when you reach here. Okay, at the end, I'm gonna slip stitch to the first chain, to that single crochet part. So after you slip stitch, you leave a long tail for sewing. When you sew, okay, this is the back because this one is here. When you sew, you make sure, because there are curves here, you make sure your curve coincide with the curve here. It's the same curve. So you have to look carefully, where is the curve, where is the one going inwards, then you sew it stitch by stitch. And later on, before you seal the whole thing, add stuffing. I'll come back to you once I've connected the whole thing. Okay, the best place to start sewing is the point where we stop our single crochet here. There's a gap here. This is the one that went in, so we stopped here too. This is also the gap where we stop. So the one where we stop and the one where we stop, we just connect. And here the curve will exactly be at the curve here. So as that when you sew, you make sure you sew stitch by stitch, do not miss out any stitch. Then here will coincide with here, so that later on when we add the stuffing, it will kind of go in like this, just like a mooncake. And make sure when you put stuffing, do not put too much because we want this part to curve in. So how you're gonna sew is stitch by stitch. I go through this way. I've done this stitch, so now this one. So this way you won't be able to see the stitches. So now I've done this, go to the single crochet one. So after this, you will see it will coincide with the edge here. Here bend in, here also will bend in. So you make sure by the time you are here, then you add stuffing. Now you add stuffing is a bit too early. Your stuffing will interfere with your sewing. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. Now we're going to go to row 4. Row 4, we're going to do 2 single crochet followed by an increase. So you're gonna get 32 stitches all around. It means you're gonna do 1, 2. Oh wait, let me put my marker. And then increase. Increase means 2 single crochet in 1. So you're gonna do 1, 2, increase. This is how it's gonna look like at the end. The curve here and the curve here will cause here to go in a bit. So here you just use your finger to press it in a bit and it will look very like a mooncake. So here it is, our mooncake. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned and I'll see you in my next post.